Hey everybody, it's Dalton. I want to talk to you about some upcoming videos I'm going to be doing. Now, I'm going to continue to do my regular videos, which are my, my fishing videos, catching them, how I catch them, what I caught them on, that kind of stuff. But I am also going to add on another video. Let me give you a little background. About a year ago, I fished Lake Nacimiento a lot, and it's because it's so close. And but I also fish Lake Santa Margarita, and from time to time I get out to Lake Lopez. But Lake Nacimiento is my home lake, and it's where I fish most of the time. A lot of the subscribers to my channel fish the three lakes I talked about, and of course Nacimiento. Now, about a year ago, I was working with the management at Nacimiento about doing regular fishing reports. Fishing reports are hard to find. I know that I looked at a fishing report this morning for Lake Nacimiento, and it was from like January 1st. So it's not even an updated fishing report, so it's no good. Water level was 23% there, and and it's 41% now. So what I want to start doing, and I'm going to start it in about a week or so, I want to start doing regular fishing reports. Most of them are going to be Lake Nacimiento, but there are going to be some from Lake Margarita as well as Lake Lopez. And I'm only going to give you my perspective of what's going on out there. I am a much better shallow water fisherman than I am an offshore fisherman. I don't like offshore fishing that much. I do it because sometimes I'm forced to, but I don't like it. I really, all of my fishing through most of my life has been shallow water bass fishing. It's my wheelhouse. It's where I'm comfortable. So I may not be able to give you a lot on the offshore bite, but on the shallower water bite, when I talk shallow water at Nacimiento, I mean 0 to 30 feet. Okay? When I talk deep out there, 50, 60, 70 feet, which it's not my favorite range to fish. So I'll talk a lot about 0 to 30 feet, and that's still pretty deep. I'm hoping you guys are going to like this. It's hard to get an updated fishing report. Local tackle shops, they're kind of relying on the people who go out fishing. They come in and tell them, they caught them, how they caught them, and then they'll post it on their site, or they'll put it on a board in their fish shop, or whatever it may be. So I just think adding an extra video for fishing reports will be helpful to give you guys at least some information on the conditions of the lake and what's going on. So I guess we could make this the first one. I'm just getting back from Nacimiento. I was only out there a couple of hours. I went out there a little bit later, and I wanted to go out and just kind of test the shallow water bite. The lake has come up from 21% to 41%. And what I wanted to do really was get back in the creeks and maybe even make my way up the Narrows back toward the river. But here's what I run into. There is a lot of debris throughout various areas of the lake floating around. There's some big logs, there's some small ones. In fact, I hit one today. I had to, stop my boat. I had to, get it out of my prop. And something happened to me a few winters back at Lake Nacimiento. And ever since then, I've been pretty cautious when I'm in water that's got a lot of debris in it. I was going along about 20 miles an hour, and I was in 20 feet of water. Now, the lake had been let down to 12%. So when the rains came, it filled that lake up like almost overnight. So it became a big, giant mud puddle. You couldn't hardly see anything, okay? So I'm going about 20 miles an hour in 20 foot of water, and all of a sudden, I hit something. It takes my boat, flips it over to the side, and almost rolled the boat over the top of me. Well, that was pretty scary. I killed the engine. I look back, I lift my motor up, I got a rope tangled up in it with a buoy. And what happened, the buoy had got stuck on something underneath, and it was subsurface, and there was no way for me to see it because of the muddy water. So I'm a lot more careful now. So today I didn't go out very far. I kind of stayed around the launch area. I went over to the dam area. The dam area is a little bit cleaner water, but for shallow water today, it was very unproductive. I didn't get any bites. Again, I didn't fish that much, but usually if they're up there, they're going to bite. So the shallow water bite wasn't there for me today in that area. I wanted to get back in some areas where I knew there would be some fish, and probably some shallow, but I didn't want to get across all that debris field, because it would have taken me a long time. I would have had to go slow. I'm not going to go fast through there after what happened before. I just think it's too dangerous. And so I stayed in an area that wound up being unproductive water. Water temperature out there was 50 degrees when I got on the water. It was 51 to 52 in certain areas when I left the water. Dead calm, no wind. The water is pretty dirty as you get farther out on the main lake. It's not chocolate milk mud, but it is muddy. Visibility is probably about a foot, foot and a half, in some areas 2 feet. That's not horrible, but there is a lot of dirty water out there. So hopefully you guys will like this. It's my perspective of what's going on at the lake at that time, and I do fish that lake a lot. And hopefully you guys will be able to get some ideas of what you want to do when you get out on the lake. So get ready for some regular fishing reports. I'm going to hook up again with management at Nacimiento so they can post it on their Facebook. But it'll all be on YouTube anyway, because the Facebook's going to take them over to YouTube anyway. So I hope that's something that's going to be helpful. Just wanted to announce this right now and let you know what's going on. And the other thing I got to tell you is this is probably one of the worst winters I've had in bass fishing. It has been brutal. When I got that COVID in December, I really didn't recover from that stuff for about 6 weeks. So it hung on a while. I didn't fish much. I'm still not fishing that much. And not catching very many fish, not getting very many bites. It's just been a tough winter. And, I was listening to a report from the California Delta as well as Clear Lake. And the fishing's extremely brutal right now at both those lakes. So, I know it's not just me and my lake. It's other lakes as well. And the winter for a lot of us has been pretty tough. We'll work through it. Water temperatures will get up around that 55 and plus. Things will start picking back up again. But right now things are a little bit slow, at least in the areas that I fished. And I'm going to get back out there in about a week. And I'm just going to drag a jig. And I'm going to see if I can get some bites just dragging a jig. I'll probably do a couple other things, but I'm definitely going to drag a jig. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I wanted to announce this. I'm going to have a fishing report of the lakes that I'm fishing, and I'm going to have my regular fishing videos as well. I hope that benefits everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time.